everybody, so we're driving through Alabama, and I thought now would be a good time to discuss our journey with our trailer. And let me start off by saying that Angie and I really love this trailer.
We do.
It fits our lifestyle and our
wish list of boxes that we had. We had several. We were kind of picky. We shopped for 4 years.
Yeah.
And several of those were on my list, and several of them were on Sean's list. So, as compromise goes, because not every trailer has everything, unless you're going to be, even bigger than we are.
Yeah, and we're plenty big. So, we bought the trailer in September of 2016, and we were actually out camping in the West Desert in the spring of 2017 when I noticed that there was a bulge on the passenger side right where the overhang was, and became concerned about that, took some pictures of it. Then I began a lengthy conversation with the dealership. I ended up sending pictures up to them. My concern at the time was that there was a broken frame, or cracked frame of some kind. The dealership assured me no matter what it was that they could take care of it. To be frank, I really thought that it was probably going to have to go back to the manufacturer. But after several conversations with them, I learned that they wouldn't even be able to look at it until October. They were several months out in scheduling. The dealership was 600 miles away from where we lived, so it kind of got pushed to the back burner. So then we have to jump forward to February. And in February of 2018, I contacted them again, getting more concerned that if it didn't get looked at, we were going to be out of our warranty period. So we rushed the trailer up there in February. They ultimately looked at it, obviously. They cut into it. And what they found, their words, were ineffective, insufficient, and cracked welds, which was my concern. So, the dealership told me that they were working with Highland Ridge and that they were going to put some more structural strength in the front end, and they'd get us all taken care of. And we were able to finally pick the trailer up on May 6th of 2018. So they had it for almost 3 months. And the dealership, although it was a little bit slow, our big worry was to get the trailer shipshape. And so things seemed fine. And then Angie and I were camp hosting down at Goose Island in May of 2019, just this last May, when I noticed that there were several hairline fractures in an area that had been worked on. So I contacted the dealership back, and I told them up front, I'm not sure if these hairline fractures in the fiberglass are some kind of a defect in the materials that was used, or if there was an underlying problem that was surfacing again. And the dealership was awesome. They scheduled us right away to get it back up. They said, it's not a problem, we'll take care, we stand behind our work. And we scheduled to go up there in July, and we did do a little bit of a piece on that in one of our What's Up Wednesdays, how we had gone back up to Pasco, Washington. We were up there for 10 days. And this time, they even got more extensive with the trailer. According to them, they removed the whole front cab.
Put in some gussets.
Yeah, put in additional strengths. And of course, the last conversation I had with the service writer, George, was that they were very happy with how the work had been done. Angie and I were pretty much there the whole time while they were working on it, because they would work on the trailer and then they would bring it out, set it up. We would stay in it that night, then they'd take it back in. And we were impressed. We were impressed with the amount of work that was being done at the dealership. At one point, I even told Angie I was so glad that we were dealing with this particular dealership, because I think a lot of the smaller mom and pop shops, there's no way they would have the technicians and the skill set to do the type of work that was being done.
And turnover, and we've dealt with some of the same people the entire time we've owned the trailer. So it's nice to know that they keep their personnel and that you're getting, I don't know, taken care of. Feel like you're getting the service that you want and deserve. I mean, you put a lot of money into a trailer, and you know they seem to make you feel like you're important, and that's
Yeah, the customer service with the dealership I thought was outstanding. We felt very comfortable with those people, and we were very comfortable in thinking that they were getting what needed to be done.
right.
So, you know, we left there, I think on July 23rd, something like that, and went back home. We spent the month of August at home, and then, of course, September 6th, we drove back down to Moab, which is about 350 miles from where we live in northern Utah. And we'd set up camp there. We were camp hosting again. And then I want to say the 18th of September, I was walking around the trailer to put some water in and noticed a fairly significant crack that extended from the front bottom of the slide area.
Which is a different place than the damage had been the other 2 times.
Yeah, it's not where the hairline fractures had been. It was not even actually where the burst bulge had appeared, but in the area, but not the same place. And I will put some pictures in. So I immediately got on the phone with the dealership again and said, hey, you know, I spoke with George. He assured me everything was taken care of, and we're 6 weeks out, and I've already got, I think, a bigger problem going on than we even had when we called you in May. And then I got a little bit, I started wondering what was going on, because it wasn't an immediate, yep, get it right up here, we'll take care of it. A series of emails and telephone conversations took place again. And then finally in November, I got a phone call from the dealership that said, we can't help you anymore, Sean. You know, the trailer is out of warranty. Highland Ridge is saying it's out of warranty. You're going to need to contact them. So I did. I contacted Highland Ridge, and you know, they said the same thing. The trailer's out of warranty, and I said, well, this has been an ongoing issue.
I don't blame the dealership, because they don't necessarily want to work on something if they think that they're not going to get paid. And I think, to be honest, that it was more structurally than they felt comfortable tackling. So I'm glad that they referred us back to the manufacturer to kind of solve this ongoing issue. And Sean was very persistent with that.
So I ended up speaking with customer service. I spoke with Cassie, and Cassie said, you know what, provide me with whatever information you think you need to that is going to make us change our mind about this warranty issue. So I did. I sat down. I provided a timeline and narration of events. We were able to provide them pictures that I had documented along the way, including some pictures that had been provided to me by the dealership when they were working on it the first time. And then in the 1st of December, I got a call back from Highland Ridge that said, yes, we will take care of this for you. And at first that process was, let's find a dealership that we're comfortable sending you to get it taken care of, because our first opportunity to get you back here in Indiana wouldn't be until September. And I actually was like, I was hopeful that it would go back to Indiana. Well, fortunately, literally the very next day, Cassie called me back and said that they had had a cancellation in their shop, in their service center, and they could get the trailer back to Indiana. So then we had to make arrangements of emptying out the trailer, getting it to a dealership where it could be transported from to Indiana. We did all that. The trailer was scheduled to be worked on from January 13th until January 31st.
Right.
And so then the waiting game began. And we did get that phone call. Angie and I packed up the stuff that we had removed from the trailer into a small U-Haul, knowing that we didn't want to go all the way out to Indiana and then turn around and drive all the way back to northern Utah this time of year. So we made that trip out to Indiana. We met with a service rider. Her name was Deb, and she was fantastic. She kind of walked us through the trailer, explained what they had done, and we were very satisfied with that experience.
We met the techs that worked on our trailer. We talked to them about a slide because they had removed both front slides, and we talked to them about a noise it was making, and they came out, adjusted it, took care of that right away. They were very nice. They talked to us about the work that they did on the trailer.
So, first of all, just like we said before, though, I mean, was this frustrating? Has it been a frustrating experience?
Yes.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, the trailer was, taken into the shop for 3 months and then another 10 days. Both times, of course, we thought the problem was going to be resolved, and it wasn't. Hopefully, at this point, it's been resolved permanently. We were told by the service center there that they are very confident that they've resolved any future issue that could rear its head. So I guess time will tell. When the dealership first cut into the sidewalls and found those ineffective, insufficient, and cracked welds, I wasn't really happy with how that had been done because it left a seam in the sidewall. Those seams are gone now. So whatever they did at the service center in accessing those, and they told us that they basically removed the whole front. Their processes were more seamless.
Well,
than the dealership.
They probably have a little bit more experience with that.
I don't know. The dealership in
who knows?
was doing a lot of crash work and whatnot. But
they were.
Regardless. So, going forward, again, this was it was frustrating, but we were able to work through these issues. We certainly hope they won't rear themselves again. I've been asked, are you gonna get rid of the trailer? No, we love this trailer. We love the 4-season package. We love the floor plan. We love everything about how this trailer fits our lifestyle, and we have no plans on selling it. I'm very grateful that Highland Ridge, even stood behind it, and we've got done with this. Would I recommend the trailer to anybody else? Well, yeah. Here's the thing. The reality is, almost every trailer nowadays is built under the umbrella of just a few companies. They're all made with the same parts. Lippert provides most of the parts. Furion or Jensen, Electronics, Nomadic or Tedford. I mean, they're all the same parts.
And they all want to be lightweight, and they all deal with the same issues. You want to keep the cost low, keep the weight low, but keep as much quality as you can. And honestly, if you're not using them, you're not going to find the imperfections or potential problems that you have with them. So in our experience, we used our trailer a lot and found those weaknesses and those imperfections. And if you buy it and think, oh, I'll use it more in a couple of years, it's a disservice to yourself, because you need to use it and find those things that potentially need to be worked on.
And document those. So the battery pack on the camera died, so now we're using the phone. But just
what do you do?
To continue on in that frame of thought, that Angie was saying, that yeah, you need to get out and use your trailers. You need to document these things, or you could be in a bad situation. Do I believe that any one trailer is built any better than some of the others? Yeah, there certainly is. There's certainly price breaks. But getting back to it, though, this trailer fits our needs.
It does.
Of course, in the future, will we get something different? Possibly. We've talked about an Airstream. We're not the biggest. We're not the smallest. But certainly there are advantages to being smaller. There are advantages to being bigger. This particular trailer at this point in our lifestyle fits our needs the best. we don't have any plans on selling. Was the ineffective and insufficient welds due to the manufacturer, or was it just happened to be the welder that was on duty that day, did it on a Friday, and he wanted to leave? I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I see posts, unfortunately, on Facebook, in some of the groups, where other people with other manufacturers also have similar issues. And
who knows? Could be materials. I mean, who knows?
right. I mean, there's so many variables to take into consideration. Are we gonna sell our trailer and just stay home though? No. There are just certain things you have to, I guess, know going forward with this lifestyle that you may have to contend with at some point.
A few bumps in the road, a few detours.
But I wanted to put out this trailer. We were kind of, we didn't really. I mean, we did talk a little bit about this in our What's Up Wednesday, last July, hoping that it was done. I've tried to not showcase this so much, but we felt like at this point it was time for us to kind of discuss what we've gone through, because this is part of our journey. So we're going to end this little video by saying that, would we buy the same trailer again?
Yes.
Yes, because again, it's the floor plan that we sought high and low for. If for some reason in the future, would we elect not to buy a Highland Ridge trailer because of our experience? No. Not any more than any other trailer, because...
Or deal with the same dealership. We would, because our experience was positive. I mean, they were very accommodating. So, I mean, I don't think it's deterred us, brand or dealership.
Yeah, that's a good point. Our experience with the dealership overall was a good experience.
Yeah, I mean, they call us every year just to see if we're enjoying our unit and if we have anything that they could do for us. I mean, it's been very positive. So I would if I was going to purchase again, I would probably be looking at their inventory.
Well, I'm hoping you like this video. Again, we felt like we needed to put it out because it is part of our journey and we are talking about our home. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe and follow Angie, Jazz, and I on our journey. Until next time.
Thanks for watching.